Something interesting, and I thought of creating something on the lines of how to answer the tell me about your question. Uh, okay, we'll do this again. I know that you did almost everything that I had asked of you in my TMAY question, TMAY video. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Ruchika and I am a recruiter with Microsoft. I have been a recruiter for about 9 years now, so it's been a very long time me interacting with the student community and with job seekers. And in fact, that's what I do. That's like my day job. So I thought of doing something on the lines of the tell me about yourself question, which was again something which was very well received in the placement series. It was one of the top viewed or the most viewed videos in the placement series. So I thought of actually reviewing the tell me about yourself question. I get to review these videos and I will share what are the things that stayed with me versus what are the things that they should tweak, and hopefully you are able to get some insights on how to nail that tell me about yourself question. So with that, let's get into it.
Hello, I'm Ayushi, a third year student pursuing a BTech in Electrical Engineering from Delhi Technological University. I have worked as an intern for SRIB Samsung, where I learned about IoT and cloud related services. I'm a mentor at IEEE. I teach basics of programming to juniors as a mentor. I'm familiar with non-stack. I have knowledge about OOPS and Python. I'm more comfortable with C++ when it comes to coding. I like to learn and explore new technologies. I'm a core team member of CLIMB, which is the only female society of our college and aims in the upliftment of passionate women. Also, I'm a volunteer at NSS. I'm glad that I got this opportunity to have an interview for your company. Thank you.
So the first person that I'm reviewing the tell me about yourself question is Ayushi. Ayushi, firstly, thank you so much for sharing your video with me. It was a great video. And a couple of things that stayed with me, of course, is your passion, what drives you, which is technology, which is great. Things that you should probably work on is don't make it sound so scripted. I know that you were obviously reading it from your laptop and it was coming across as that, but when you are facing an interviewer, you should not be looking at your laptop or not reading, or at least don't make it seem like you're reading it from your laptop or from a piece of paper, because it comes across as, well, you're not prepared to answer this question. So that's the first feedback that I'd want to share. The second feedback, and the most important one, is have a smile on your face. I know that probably you were nervous recording this video, but when you are facing an interviewer, a smile goes a long way. So make sure that you always have a smile on your face, you're confident about what you're saying, and you know what exactly you want to talk about, right? The third thing that I want to talk about and share feedback on is that you do not speak anything about, well, your past. You only focused on what you've been up to and where you see yourself going. And it was all academic. So make sure that you also open up a bit and speak about some things that, maybe some of the values that you grew up with, or what made you take up a career, or, take up, a future into engineering or technology. And what was that, right? So that storytelling is something that is very, very important, and that is something that will actually stay with your interviewer as well. All right, so with that, let's get into the next part.
Hi, I'm Komal from Guru Nanak Dev University, Amritsar, presently pursuing my BTech Computer Science Engineering and Technology from there as a final year student. So if I would like to tell you about myself in just one word, then I'm an explorer who has been public speaker, influencer, motivator, event organizer, developer, sports person, tech blogger. So this was pretty much about me. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Komal, for sharing your video with me. Firstly, I do want to say that you're so cute and adorable. I really love the way you were talking. You had a smile on your face. You had that pizzazz, which was so cool. I really enjoyed listening to you. A couple of things, though, that you do want to keep in mind. The first thing is, don't keep your introduction so long. It went over 2 minutes, which is very, very long for anybody to listen. I know that you wanted to focus on all of the things that you've done currently or you're planning to do in the near future, which is great. But I would say focus on the strengths. What are the things that makes you a rock star? Don't focus on the things that are average, because then what will happen is you're basically boring the person in front of you. If you just focus on the things that make you a rock star, then you know what the interviewer is left with. The interviewer should not be left with below average or average stuff. So just pick and choose what are the things that you want the other person to know about you. The second thing is that I did notice that you were using words like so very often, because probably you were using it as fillers in the sentences. Try not to do that. Even if you want to take a pause, or if you you don't know what comes next, just take a pause, just stop for a bit and then start again. You don't have to go in a flow and then try and find fillers, and or if don't do that, because that just kind of comes across as a little awkward. Other than that, you nailed your introduction and I loved every bit of it. So thank you.
And first of all, thank you for the opportunity to introduce myself. My name is Harsh, and I'm currently a second year undergrad at Chandra Group of College, Nara, where I'm pursuing BTech CSE, and my overall CGPA is 8.14. I've done my schooling from USPC Jain Public School, where my overall percentage was 85% in my class 10 and 12. Being from a family of teachers, I believe that I'm very disciplined and patient. I also love to create, that's why I paint a lot and sometimes write too. I have also been a part of various painting competitions where sometimes I was a participant and sometimes I was a volunteer too. Uh, I have also write some articles on Times of India blog edition, and I have also a page on Instagram called It's Your Story, where I basically post phases and poems. And apart from all this, I'm a campus ambassador of Geeks for Geeks in our campus. That's me, Harsh. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Harsh, for sharing your video with me. I absolutely loved listening to your introduction. It was great. But a couple of pointers that you do want to keep in mind. First thing is, you of course had a smile on your face, which was something really nice. You did speak about your passion, which was outside of academics, which was also great. I could also see some of your beautiful paintings in the background, which was really nice, and you were flaunting it, which was great. You don't really have to talk about your academics in such detail. You don't have to mention what your CGPA is or how much you scored in your 10th and 12th, because all of that is anyways captured, right? Speak less about marks, percentages, more about passion, what drives you, what gives you energy, where do you see yourself going, what do you see yourself doing. And that's the conversation that you want to have with the interview, because on the basis of that, the interview would pick your brain and would probably drive the rest of the interview. So focus less on percentages and marks and more on passion and drive and what gives you energy. That would be my recommendation to you. But other than that, it was a great video. Thank you for sharing it.
First of all, I would like to thank you for providing me an opportunity to introduce myself. I am Patanjali from Ahmedabad, Gujarat, and I am 19 years old. Talking about my family, my father is a businessman and my mother is a homemaker. And from them, I have learned the importance of hard work and persistence in one's life. Computer technology always fascinated me right from my childhood. They always make me curious to know more about the working of that technology. It was an enthusiasm and passion in me which motivated me to pursue as an ICT engineer. So currently, I am pursuing my third year in a field of information communication technology from PDU. During my first initial year, I have worked on me to develop several technicals and a social skill. I am also a full-stack web developer with an intermediate experience and worked on several personal and professional projects. I am kind of a person who doesn't want to restrict myself around the one domain. So currently, I am also exploring the machine learning field to get a better insight of it. I am also a part of several communities like Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, WebEd at Encode, Web Development Member at DSC, and also served as a technical member at Computer Science Society of India. I currently have two goals in my life, which are to learn something new every day and to share that learning among my communities. I believe that becoming a part of an organization can provide me an opportunity to achieve my goals and to contribute in upliftment of your organization through my skills and knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jay, for sharing your video with me. It was a great video. You actually did almost everything that I'd asked of you. But a couple of things that you do want to keep in mind is, again, don't read from a script. If you can memorize it and say it, it will be great. Do have a smile on your face. Like I said, a smile goes a really long way. It really helps create that comfort level with the person in front of you. And imagine if I'm smiling, I'm sure the person in front of me will also smile, right? The third thing is that you did focus on a lot of things academically, which is good, but also towards the end, when you were talking about how you want to do things for the organization and you want to be associated with the organization for whatever reason, it was sounding very generic. Like it could be any organization. It wasn't sounding like you're talking to somebody from a Microsoft or any other organization. So my advice would be, always look up on the values of the organization. What is it that the organization truly believes in? So for example, for Microsoft, if it is empowering every person and organization on the planet to achieve more, then how do you add that bit in your introduction? Because it's very important that the person in front of you feels connected to you in terms of what exactly your passion is, what drives you. And if you were to be coming into the organization, what is it that you will get out of it? So make sure that you always research a little bit about the organization and its values and put that in your introduction. It will certainly help you get those brownie points. All right. With that, I come to the end of this particular TMAY part 1 of the session. I will be creating a part 2 because there were, while I know that I said that I'll do 5 videos, I decided to include 8 video reviews. And so we have 4 more to go, and I will create a part 2 of that. So with that, thank you so much for watching. Do like, share and subscribe, and I will be back with part 2. Bye.